All right, we're live for Digital Learning Day. Althea, you've got the ball.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. I'm Althea Hudson, Tech Integrator at Robius Middle and Swift Creek Middle. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that a lot of teachers are really having some issues with currently, and that is going to be copyright, plagiarism, and responsible research. I know that in almost every class, you're going to do some kind of research, and our students, for some reason, think that copying and pasting is totally fine, which we all know that it's not. So I'm going to give you some tools to help you when it comes to doing research in your classroom. So without further ado, I'm going to pop over into my screen sharing and show you all a few tools at your disposal. Now, I have shared a sandbox with you on my Google Drive called Digital Citizenship. Note to Matt Spears, there isn't really anything in here right now, but I will be adding things later. So you're going to see that you've got some information here. Common Sense Media, Nearpod, and LibGuides. All of these things that I'm going to talk about today are things that have been vetted, they're tried and true, and they've already been created, which is the great thing, so that you don't have to recreate the wheel. So Common Sense Media does have a bunch of stuff on their website that is available to you for free. Althea will already have a link to this, so please don't judge me. Okay, so you have got, well, I guess I should look for Digital Citizenship. I think here, Spears, is what I'm thinking about having the, oh, what's it called, that add-on where you like shrink it and it makes it a PDF where you can click out to it. But let me know if you think a hyperlink to this directly would be better. Let's see here. Oh, for educators. Digital Citizenship. And again, I'll have these links ready to go so that teachers don't have to worry about me wasting their time here. And we'll talk a little bit about whatever. Oh, here's creative credit, copyright. There we go. Okay, so this is where I'll actually have teachers ready to go. So teachers, blah, 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 blah. You've got these different lessons at your disposal. So let's take a look at a couple of them. I think that it's going to be really important for you to, as a teacher, go through some of these things with your students before you actually start researching your class. You can just touch on this stuff you know, like a few minutes before you actually do your lesson. Some of them are going to be quick 5-minute lessons. Some of them are going to be a little bit longer. So you need to check it out before you actually do this with your students to make sure that it fits in with your time frame and covers the content that you want to cover. Second thing that we're going to take a look at is a resource on your dashboard. It's actually in the library catalog. Lori Donovan and her awesome librarians here at CCPS have put together this resource for you. It's the CCPS LibGuides, and your students actually have access to this as well. So you need to make sure that you're utilizing this resource. Also, I want to give a shameless plug here to my librarians who have worked tirelessly at gathering the data for this, and they also have the lessons ready for you if you just contact them. They want you to come into the library for these lessons before you do a research unit so that they can show your students what is acceptable and what's not. You'll notice on here that they've got different tabs here that talk about citing sources, copyright, Creative Commons, digital content, how to evaluate websites, fair use. All of these are really very helpful. Another one that I think is important is public domain. I would highly recommend that before you teach your researching unit that you take a quick look at these resources that have already been vetted for you as well. Your librarians, as I said, have lessons ready to go. All you have to do is set up a time, pop into the library, let them know what it is you're going to be researching, and they can even tweak their lesson to fit with your lesson so that the kids are already starting to hear about the content as they're delivering the the digital information to them. So this is another really good resource that I find valuable that I think would be very helpful to you when you're trying to teach digital citizenship to your kids. The next thing that I want you to do is pop into Nearpod, which is on your dashboard. And if you go into Nearpod, you will notice when you go into the Explore tool that CCPS has already purchased lessons on digital citizenship. And you can either search right here in the search feature for digital citizenship, or you can scroll through these guys right here at the top that are featured, because it pops up right there as well. Going to be lots of different packages on digital citizenship. And you'll notice down here that it's separated by grade level. So high school, middle school, 3rd through 5th grade, and then kindergarten through 2nd grade. And this is not just one lesson, but it's 18 lessons here, here, and here. And then high school has 24. Just by clicking on it, because they're all free, CCPS has paid the license for these, you can preview what's in the library and then add it in your library. I've already added it, which is why it says show in my library. And if I pop over into my library, you can see that I've got the folders right here. Now, the reason why my folders are showing that there are fewer lessons in it than what it said it was going to have is because I moved them into a Digital Learning Day resource folder that I have shared with you in your digital citizenship sandbox on your Google Drive. And all you have to do to access that is click on the link down at the bottom of the lesson. So if you go into that link, you'll see these different resources by grade level. And I've pulled this out for you so that your kids can see like copyrights and wrongs, rights and remixes, how to use the internet to search responsibly, how to identify high quality websites. I'm sure that you have noticed your students tend to start Googling answers and they are not quite sure how to pick a reputable source. They will, choose Billy Bob's loving page as a research tool on amphibians, and they don't realize that Billy Bob is not necessarily any kind of sorry, the fire marshal's coming in. Okay, no, you're welcome to come in. Everybody say hi. I'm doing a practice webinar. He was my BFF when I used to work at Bailey Bridge. You remember me? I had the door that had all the decorations, the pink decorations all over it. It was paper everywhere. I know, right? Well, this isn't really my room. I'm just practicing in it. Okay, so we're doing like live webinar events next Thursday, learning, so the teachers can like log in and get a lesson on how to do different things. And so I'm practicing right now live with, there's actually somebody on the other end watching me. So anyways, y'all have a great day. Thanks, bye. We're like this. Anyways, okay, so hopefully that won't happen on the real day. Let me check my time real quick too. Okay, so I have about 6 minutes left. So anyways, teachers, if you pop into any one of these given Nearpods, you can see that I'm going to pop into this digital citizenship one and hit preview. You can see what kind of content is available to your students. So you're probably thinking like, what am I going to do with a kindergartner or a first grader that teaches them about digital citizenship and how to figure out what sites are appropriate and which ones aren't. So this one talks to kids about sites that they like, which I think is really super cute. It gives you the information for teachers how to prep and gives you a few things that you might need for that potential lesson. And then the very next link starts giving you and the students a driving question. If you have never used Nearpod, you are missing out. You need to go and see your tech integrator because it's pretty amazing. Different ways that you could deliver your digital content, including, why is this not going back to me? Pop back and see Althea. There we go. Okay, so if you've not used Nearpod, you need to go and visit your tech integrator to get some information about how to do this. It's actually really simple to share these lessons. Number one, they're interactive. Number two, it lets the students drive, which is great for differentiated instruction. And number three, they're actually really simple to use when you're trying to put them together. So I will wrap up here with some kind of blurb, blah, 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 blah. Awesome. Let me read your questions, answer a few things. And you can take it off from me now.